Good afternoon, students. Today we'll be explaining experiment on design and verify an IC 555 timer based pulse generator for the specified pulse. Right. So this is the timing diagram. Right. It has various pins: ground pin, trigger pin, output pin, reset pin. Right. So control voltage, threshold voltage, discharge pin. Right. And power supply VCC pin. So you have studied about the circuit diagram in theory class, and even the circuit diagram of the 555 timer is also being explained in the theory class as to what is its working, right? Which are the different components that are connected here, right? How it is generating the waveform. So all those parts are being discussed in theory. So the basic idea that the 555 timer is used to generate a pulse, right? So 555 timer can be used as a monostable multivibrator and also as a stable multivibrator to generate the pulses, right? So this basic idea behind the 555 timer. Let us go into the circuit diagram rig up of the 555 timer. So this is the circuit diagram that is being rigged up here, right? This is the timer 555 timer IC we have used, right, with the resistors R1, R2. Then I have used the capacitor 0.01 microfarad here, that is C2 capacitor. C1 capacitor that I have connected here is 0.082 microfarad. I have used the decade capacitance box for 0.082 microfarad. Fine. Then I have connected a power supply. So how much power supply is required for the timer? Yes, 5 volts is required for the timer. So I have connected a plus 5 volt power supply to the timer, the supply pin, that is pin number 8, power supply pin 8, pin number 8 of the timer. Fine. So with these connections, now we should be able, when I connect the output, so the pin number that is here I have connected the output, you can see here. So this output is connected to pin number that is 3 of the 555 timer, right? Other pin is grounded. So if I connect the output here, if the circuit is correct, then definitely immediately we'll get the output. So as you can see here, the pulses are generated. So these are the pulses, right? So this is the on period from this rising edge to this falling edge. This is the on period, and the remaining portion, small portion that you are seeing, that is the off period. So if you want to calculate the total time period, then it will be T on plus T off. So this is T on, so this much is T off. So T on plus T off, that will give us the total time period of the pulse of the waveform, square waveform that is generated, of the waveform that is generated. Okay. So here, now how to find out the time period? Now if you want to find out the on period or off period or the total time period, so how to find out that? First set the x-axis here. So you have to set the x-axis, just move the x-axis, right? And then set the y-axis. So I connected the probe to channel number 1 here. You can see it is connected to channel number 1. So that means we can we have to operate the channel number 1 the knobs in order to observe the waveform on the CRO screen. Is it not? So next here, how to calculate the on period or off period or the total time period. So what is the time period here? Time period is nothing but the time taken for the pulse or the waveform to go from one rising edge to another rising edge, or from one falling edge to another falling edge, right? Either you can take the time period from one rising edge to another rising edge, or from one falling edge to another falling edge. So if we take the one rising edge here, then another rising edge here, so it is from this point to this point, so it is around, this is 2, then this is around 2 point, and that is 4, right? 1 2, then this is 2.4, approximately 2.5 it is. So 2.5 into this time period now, so it is 0.2 milliseconds. So I have here so time period is 2.5 into 0.2 milliseconds. So this will be around 25 into 2 is 50. So this is 2 decimal places. So it will be around 0.5 milliseconds. 0.5 milliseconds. So if you want to calculate the frequency to take the 1 by t, so this will be equal to 1 upon 0.5 milliseconds. So this is 0.5, 1 upon 10, 1 upon 0.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. So that comes out to 1000 divided by 0.5. So this is 1000 divided by 0.5. So that is nothing but it is around 2000 hertz. Around 2000 hertz. Okay. So this is the time period 0.5 milliseconds, and the frequency that we are generated is around 2000 hertz of the waveform. Fine. So this is how we are generating the waveform here using the 555 timer. So students, we hope that you all have understood the experiment as to how to conduct it, how to generate the waveform, how to note down the time period, and based on the time period, how to calculate the frequency, which is nothing but reciprocal of the time period. If there are any queries, send your queries to us so that we'll clarify your queries. Thank you.